One of the last regarding his phone call to the wife of a fallen soldier. And I want us this morning to honor those fallen soldiers in a bit of a different way. Really, I want to share the stories of those 4 men who were killed in the line of duty. 4 families are now heartbroken today. Children are without fathers, wives are without their husbands, and parents are without their sons. And I want to go beyond the politics, because that's what matters here for just a moment, and focus on these brave American heroes who are defending our freedoms and their devastated families today. Here are the men who died for our country. All 4 were members of the Army's 3rd Special Forces Group based at Fort Bragg. 35-year-old Army Staff Sergeant Brian Black. He was a Special Forces medical sergeant. He's a master chess, poker, and carpentry, as well as stock trading. He grew up in Washington State. He leaves behind his wife, Michelle, and their 2 young sons. 39-year-old Army Staff Sergeant Jeremiah Johnson. He was a chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear specialist. He's from the state of Ohio. He has a wife, Crystal, and their 2 daughters. Staff Sergeant Johnson loved motorcycles, the outdoors, and smoking cigars. He was a businessman before enlisting in the Army back in 2007. His commander said, quote, "Johnson was an exceptional soldier in all regards. We as a nation are fortunate to have men like Jeremiah." 29-year-old Army Staff Sergeant Dustin Wright, whose brother Will I spoke to yesterday. His family has a 205-year history in the military. Staff Sergeant Wright followed his dad, his mom, and his brother Will, all in the military. And Will says Dustin didn't want accolades or praise or awards. He did his job fighting for this country because it's what he loved and it's what he was born to do. And finally, a man who's getting a lot of attention and certainly needs some. 25-year-old Army Sergeant David T. Johnson of Miami Gardens, Florida. He was a Special Forces engineer from Georgia. Sergeant Johnson's body arrived in Miami yesterday. The sergeant's American flag draped casket was wheeled out of the plane by 6 other American soldiers at Miami International Airport. His wife, Maisha, was escorted to the casket along with her 6-year-old daughter to greet the casket of her husband. This heart-wrenching image of a wife leaning over the casket of her love. You can hear her sobbing as she stood with her daughter. Her little girl is next to her in braids, wearing a pink dress and holding her mom's hand. She kissed the casket before walking away. American hero Sergeant Johnson has 2 young children, and his wife is pregnant, expected to have her 3rd baby this February. Those are 4 great American heroes who are the ones we should be talking about, whether it's the president calling their families or whether it's all of us every day appreciating the men and women who serve our country, who may be thousands of miles away. We cannot forget to honor them in our daily lives. We'll be back.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.